Marcus Rashford. Oh, glorious! That is a special one.
Good day and welcome to the United Hour. I am President Chad, and I had a song lined up to start this show, but this song like it don't want to play. All right, we're going and play it.
I shall be sharing.
Oh, I know that, boy.
That's it. I shall be Sheriff. Boom,
Oh, I know
bam,
that.
bam. 3 shots for Sheriff today as Manchester United dispatched the Sheriff.
Yeah, man.
3-0. So inside the house with me is the man Devin and Mark Yenvi me Lewis. Now,
Listen.
support the thing. Press like, press subscribe if you're taking us in on YouTube, because we know we have people that take us in on Facebook as well. And subscribe to the channel, share, get other people involved. And you feel free to comment on the stuff we are talking about. Before we jump into the football, we also have to say congratulations to Devin. He got himself a Manchester United lady to marry.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is an extremely lucky guy. I mean, these are the kind of things that we all aspire to in life. So right now, Devin is my hero. No,
It's a few, but you find the next one. I don't find one already.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Yeah, he's a lucky man for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. So let's jump straight into the program. We have some comments, so let me touch them comments first, and then we'll jump straight into the program. Let's see who's on the inside already. We have Courtney on the inside and Kess, and both good afternoon to both of you gentlemen. And Courtney is saying saying his jersey is looking good on your wall. Oh my goodness. Saying that Devin is the top shutter of the week.
Yeah.
What a man done picky top shutter already. All right, fellas. So Manchester United dispatched Sheriff today. There were a lot of positives and very few negatives, if I could find any at all to discuss. But before we jump into the action, what are your overall thoughts? What are your overall feeling about the game? Devin, talk to me.
So for this game, I gotta tell you that first half was real frustrating. I thought that we had a lot of chances to put away, and it just seemed that they were not going in. It seemed that again with our shooting, it seems that we're always shooting directly at the goalkeepers. I thought Ronaldo was trying
making goalkeepers look good.
Exactly. It took a moment of brilliance from Ericsson, aka Resurrection Corner, and I'll be happy with that to start it off. Second half, we start rotating the side. I like what the gaffer did with that, where you're bringing up players. I was a little bit. It shocked me a little bit when he brought Malacia onto right back, because he brought Delo off and then he brought Shaw, and I was like, wait, hold on, what is this? And it actually worked out well. So you know what?
Actually, I don't know if you remember, and I can't remember which game it is, but this is actually the second time we see in Malacia play out right now. Go ahead.
So, with that being said, it was a good win, a good score. Courtney brought up something that I was actually going to address as well. With Anthony, you can't be doing the Anthony spin and then pass the ball directly out of bounds. So I am not that he got brought off for that. Yeah, if you're gonna do that, you better make sure that pass at least.
Finish the pass.
Exactly. But overall, a good win, a clean sheet, and we put three at Old Trafford, past Sheriff. I don't care who the opposition is. It showed also that we can actually get past these low block teams. I don't care who it is, because that's been a weakness of United, and we saw many players come on who we did not get to see. I like Donny getting a cameo as well. So I am happy with that. On to Sociedad. Well, on to West Ham first. So.
Yeah, West Ham on the weekend. Mark, was your overall views before we start to break it down?
Well, as Devin was saying, the first half was kind of, I wouldn't say frustrating, but it was hard on the eyes. Reference the chances we were creating, and as you say, making the goalkeeper look good now. Yeah, we still missing too many chances, and when in football, when you miss them kind of chances, it have a way it come back to bite you later on. So all in all, the game was relatively easy. And the fact that Anthony could have spin and then overhit a pass. That to tell you how easy the game was. You know? Them are the little things we have to be mindful of, because we have a tendency when game get easy, it does malfunction. But the game today, in the first half, I was happy that we eventually got the goal to go in. 1-0 at the half, thanks to a corner and a header. Corner by Eriksson and a header by Dalot. The second half was nice in the sense that we get to see players who have been out due to injury, and I'm glad today for the little run out Garnacho get. It was long overdue.
Yes.
Yeah. I was real happy to see Garnacho in the starting lineup. Although I didn't have him there when I picked my squad, I didn't have him there, but I was pleased to see that I was wrong. And he get the start, and he had a nice little cameo today. Ronaldo was trying way too hard in the first half. And then it had a time when he scored, he was offside. So I dive and I said, Lord, but you really saw her. You really saw her. Yeah, it's at a time.
I want to touch on that Garnacho thing a little bit.
Yeah.
Because where I wanted to start the conversation is the players that we started the game with, right? The players we started the game with. What did you all think of the starting lineup, specifically the inclusion of Garnacho? Was it for you, Mark? Was it like overdue, or was it like, all right? Because I mean, let's be real. Yes, it's Sheriff, but this was a must-win game.
Yeah.
We needed to win this game. So this wasn't like, yeah, well, we could just show the youths and play. This was a serious game. So
a serious game
were you?
For me, it was long overdue, and I think the last time I see Garnacho was in the preseason, if I'm not mistaken. And for the gaffer to put it in a must-win game from the start, you have to be seeing you have to have some sort of confidence in you. Him to put in from the start in a must-win game.
Well, actually, he spoke after the game, and the manager said that Garnacho has been training well. That he
I was not going to say that.
He earned the right to be in the team today, and I guess to stake a claim, somebody mentioned earlier that Sancho, Courtney was saying that Sancho better look out because he's coming behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Sancho had an uppy game. And I wouldn't be surprised if Saturday he start against West Ham too.
All right. So Nigel is saying that it was a shocker for him to see Garnacho start. What about you, Devin? What are your thoughts on them starting Garnacho?
So part of me thinks that the gaffer had this in mind for a couple of weeks now, where he was saying, look, you're not playing. I have a game in mind for you. It's going to be this one. We've already played them once. I've gotten a feel of how they're going to play. There's a couple games right now where not sure if we're going to have you in. Sancho's playing well. Well, he was playing well. He started to slack off. And you know what? He was like, remember I said we have a game for you ready? This is it right now. This is your chance. Start at home in a European competition. Go out there and show what you can do. And he played brilliant, in my opinion. It's a shame that
he had a good game.
I thought he played very well in this game today. Like for your first, I think that was his first start too. So and with that, he looked really good. So if I'm him right now, my head is in the clouds. You can celebrate right now. You can walk around.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't do anything stupid, but you can walk around real proud that day after that performance. And like I said, if Sancho right now, don't take it for granted right now, because right now I don't think you're on that plane to Qatar right now, and you may not even be in the starting 11 for United if you don't step up your game. Which this is exactly what I love seeing at United. You don't take your position for granted. You just show up every day and train as like it's something that I learned from when I was in university as an athlete. My coach taught me train as though you're number 2, perform as though you're number 1. So you cannot slack off at all. You better have somebody waiting. You have somebody waiting to take your spot. So you better make sure, because there's no guarantee when you lose that spot you get it back. So to me, this was exactly what was needed. This better be the wake up call for Sancho now. But Garnacho, I would have said he was my standout of the game.
Correct. Because when I was going to school, I was playing football for my school team. I was fortunate enough to be the captain of the team. And when my performances were not up to par, the coach used to tell me, say, ever hear about a non-playing captain? And I was like, no. He said, don't end up a non-playing captain. Yeah, son, up your game. Because I have men waiting to take your spot. And I took that to heart. The men who were waiting to play to take my spot, they're probably still waiting. Yeah. Because in school like that, big embarrassment. They skip on the bench. Or in school clothes watching our game. Yeah.
For sure.
So Sancho had to watch himself.
Good afternoon to Jeffrey and the Fantasy Pavilion on the inside. So the question, following up on the Sancho question, I don't think any of us was surprised to see Malacia on the inside. Hear me, Sancho, the Garnacho question. Before I move on, my thoughts is that Garnacho did not hurt his chances of playing.
No.
I have found that the manager has, sometimes we need a goal in the second half and he wouldn't bring on Garnacho. After this game, I don't expect Garnacho necessarily to start ahead of Rashford or Sancho if everybody's fit right now. However, I think I would expect to see Garnacho coming on early in the second half. He has shown that he can be a difference maker. He has shown that he has good decision making and his ability to defend, because he did his work. He controlled the way he got back, he defended, and his decision making was good. On the few occasions where he pushed the ball too far and he kind of lost the ball, he got it back. Right? He went back and he won back the ball. So he didn't hurt his chances of playing, and that's something I really wanted to see. I really wanted to see, because sometimes you want to know that you have young X factors that could come off the bench when you need a goal. You know what I mean? And sometimes we need a goal and you see the manager bringing on Scott McTominay. You see the manager bringing on people and you're wondering, oh gosh. But you understand that maybe he just doesn't have the confidence in the likes of Garnacho. So you understand? But after this game, I expect to see a lot more of the likes of Garnacho coming off the bench. What was your thoughts about Cristiano Ronaldo today? Cristiano Ronaldo finally, actually, you know what? Let's go through the goals. We'll get to Ronaldo in due course. Let's go through the goals. So the first goal came at the end of the first half, a very frustrated first half, as you all said.
Before you get to that, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I like this last comment from Courtney. I like this last comment now, and I think for them it will be League Cup. I can see them making appearances off the bench for League Cup.
In the same way the manager gave Garnacho his chance based on his performances in training, I expect that we will see Charlie, Zidane, and Menu maybe for the League Cup, maybe sooner rather than later. And these guys would be the guys that would be there training when everybody else is in the World Cup. And I know I know Garnacho usually is called up for the Argentine team. I don't know if they will call him up for the World Cup. We'll see. Yes, Nigel, we definitely have to talk about Maguire when we reach to talking about the second half, without a doubt. So
He's back.
let's talk about the first goal. So Eriksen on the corner put in a really nice ball to the first post, and the first man to it was Diego Dalot. Right, 1-0 Manchester United, 44 minutes in. He celebrated by checking his pulse. Right, that was his celebration. He was asked about the celebration after the game, like, well, actually at halftime. What is that about? And he was saying, it's just something that I think he would have done before, because he's somebody that has hardly scored. He did have some kind of reference to Uno when he played with the Uno with the Portuguese team, but I really didn't understand. I didn't understand that. So I ain't gonna try to explain what I don't understand. But we do know that there's only a second goal for the club. He scored for Portugal recently. He scored 2 goals on a short loan at AC Milan. So the man does score goals. Let's hope he starts scoring some more for Manchester United, right? But what was your thoughts on the low overall performance today?
The low performance we have been doing all season. I just wish we had somebody to game a ref, a proper right back to game a ref. Because right now,
a bit of a rest today.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get a rest because Malacia could fit that role, but
yeah, but I agree with you.
Yeah,
right back is a requirement in the team, right?
It's a requirement. But
and for you,
overall, for the season, he has been having great performances. To me, this is one of his best performances as a Manchester. Well, I shouldn't say this season is one of his best seasons since he reached Manchester. In my book, I could be wrong.
For you, I know without a doubt, his performances overall is definitely a great season for him. For you, Devin, the question is about Eriksen. How much of a masterclass was Eriksen today?
Yeah, that ball for Dalot's goal was superb. My one issue that I had with him, it was the set piece, and he gave it to Ronaldo.
The second one?
The second one?
Yeah, when Ronaldo hits it right into the wall.
And
I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, his set pieces have been brilliant right now. Ronaldo was not having a good game. I understand it's Ronaldo and everything too, like that. But for me, Eriksen right now, like, I'd be saying that this is mine. So a little bit more commanding presence with that. But besides that, I thought that he was brilliant.
So you didn't get the impression that when Ronaldo came to take the first one, and Eriksen was like, "Nah, slow your roll. I am taking this one." You didn't get the impression that it was like, "I taking this one. If we get a next one, you will take it." Because I got that impression. Like, because Eriksen told him, "I am taking the first one. Though not, I am taking this. And if we get a next one, then you could get yours."
So to me, it's like you have a designated penalty taker on the team. It should be the same.
But the second one, you actually saw where he made no attempt to rush him for it. So I believe, I will take the first. The first one is mine, CR, and you'll get the second one. This one is mine. And the second one actually worked out for Ronaldo, because from there, when he tried to knock out the man in the ball went out, and from there, he ended up scoring from the trade.
But I do understand what you're saying, because you see what I remember under Ole, when the question was asked, who takes the free kicks, right? This is before Ronaldo came, and the response was whoever was scoring them in practice. So sometimes you would see Rashford walk up, sometimes you would see Bruno walk up, and sometimes we'd be wondering, well, okay, the last time the free kick was there, Bruno take it. Why Rashford coming out now? Once Mata on the pitch, we know Mata used to take them. right?
Yeah.
And and I had no problem with that. The person who's scoring them in scoring them in training
Training during the week, yeah.
during the week, taking it because that would be the hot man, right? And every week
Yeah.
somebody else might be the hot man. But
Yeah.
we know Ronaldo will always pick up the ball. If you don't make a stand, he will always pick up that
He'll kick all.
right? He will take every pen, every free kick all the time. So I appreciate Ericsson saying no, because when Ronaldo come and he's standing up over the ball in that, alpha male kind of stance,
Yeah. Yeah,
I think most
You can
players will be
stand
like,
up.
all right, Ronaldo, go ahead.
Yeah.
Ericsson is
You
like,
can
no,
stand up. You
I
can
need
stand up
to stand up
all how,
here.
anyhow, whole day. You can stand up this thing whole day. I taking this one.
right? So I didn't mind him giving him the second one, simply because if the first one was on target and the keeper went and pulled out a real big save, I would have want Ericsson to take the second one.
Yeah. You wasn't getting the
The fact
second
that he
one.
missed, the fact that he missed is like, all right, you can get Ronaldo, could get a shot, but I hear you. But I like the fact that this team seemed to today to play for itself and not play for Ronaldo. The balls that Bruno headed down to Ronaldo today, they were
Jesus Christ.
because where he was, it would have been hard for him to go for goal. So
Yeah.
heading down the ball on the two occasions that he did it for Ronaldo, to me, because the headers was so good, the headers was right on Ronaldo's foot. Was good decision.
You see the first one where he missed kick?
Yeah. Well, the
I was
defender,
like, what the hell?
when you watch it on real slow-mo, the defender actually got his thoughts to the ball, took the ball.
Okay.
off Ronaldo.
I was like, what the hell?
So, but so to me, the team didn't play for Ronaldo today. The team played for itself.
Yeah.
I didn't see people trying too hard
Forcing a passing team.
to get Ronaldo into it. The
Yeah.
team played for itself. And once we keep doing that, that's good. We shouldn't allow Ronaldo to dictate how we play, in my opinion. And I don't think that happened today.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford was a substitute. Luke Shaw came on as well at halftime, and they combined. Somebody mentioned in the comments earlier that Shaw's crossing was very good.
Yeah.
And that is indeed a fact.
That was an excellent ball.
Last year's crossing and the first half was good as well. In the box, Bruno Fernandes balls into the box were all dangerous. None of them were like, what we need. Those defenders needed to be on their P's and Q's today.
Yep.
You understand? And that's what we like to see. We like to see quality balls into the box. When Marcus Rashford scored that header for Luke Shaw's cross, I was like, when last did I watch a game and see two headers score from Manchester United?
Right?
Yeah.
I was really scratching my head, like two headers.
You
That's not something.
don't see that so often.
No, lame headers, no.
No, they're two good headers.
Quality
Exactly.
headers.
Quality headers.
And this and Nigel is right. It could have been three because that
Yeah.
header that Scott put
Yeah.
was in the second half.
That's a great save.
It was definitely worth a goal. So Luke Shaw is back clearly to his best. Do you all think that this is just because of the addition of Malacia? Do you think it's because the World Cup is coming up?
Yes.
Do you think
Yes.
it's because of contract negotiations? So you have A, B, C, or all of the above? You go first, Devin.
All of the above.
So right now I think World Cup is number one priority. Right now is making sure that you lock in that spot to go on the plane, because I think on paper
Yeah.
this England side could do damage. Of course, the manager is in my opinion, is the issue with the England side, but that's the topic for another discussion. He wants to make sure that he gets on that starting role. We all saw what he did in the Euro final. He scored within 3 minutes. So yeah, he wants to make sure he's on that plane. You ever notice whenever there's a tournament coming up, it seems like a trend. All of a sudden Shaw steps up his game.
Right now, men playing for the seat on the plane.
But then after the World Cup, now
What's going to happen if you're going to continue?
After that, you notice how Ten Hag has not handed out any contract extensions. after the World Cup, then I am sure that he will be reminded, you have not had anything. There's no contract extensions, nothing at all yet. So the same way you were playing before, I want to see if you keep it after this.
Yeah.
So, but I also understand where people are saying like Malacia could be a factor, because you think about what Shaw did when Alex Telles came in, and all of a sudden he became the best left back in the league. So I understand that, but to me, it's number one is World Cup, number two is contract. And then I can put Malacia number three.
Yeah,
I know you said all of the above, Mark, but out of those three factors, which one do you think is the most? Which one do you think, when Shaw is there in the gym putting on the work, is on the top of the list? Is he thinking World Cup coming up? If I don't play, I will lose my spot to Malacia? Or is he thinking, watch my money in the bank? We gotta get a new contract.
At the end of the day, it's all about money in the bank. At the end of the day, so he could be playing for a contract, and it will all fall into place because you're playing your heart out to get a contract renewal or contract extension. Well, you're playing so good that putting you on the World Cup team, and it's keeping Malacia on the bench. But the main thing is playing for your contract, your bread and butter.
Oh Lord!
Yeah,
Martin Philip is being controversial here, talking about is Sancho playing for a place in the World Cup team, because right now
Sancho's playing for a place in the starting 11 in the United side.
That's why I say
he wasn't getting picked recently, so he playing for a place in the starting 11, Martin. That's the only thing he could be playing for right now. And hope, by luck and chance, Southgate call him. But right now, you have no seat on the plane right now.
He'll get called up to that 55-man provisional squad, and then from there, who knows what will happen. But now, if he's one of those final 26, I think it is. I don't think so right now.
Not in that final 22 or 26.
Gentlemen, just want to remind our viewers, please hit that like button, share.
Hit up the thing, people. Hit it up.
Supporters, let's build the United family. We have a wonderful Cristiano Ronaldo signed Cristiano Ronaldo T-shirt.
Look at the
back of Devon there that we are going to be giving away. But we need to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I mean, it might look like a lot, but I don't think it's a lot if we all pull our weight. So hit that like button. It really helps out the channel.
I need to move this here too.
And do that. Leicester is bringing up a very interesting point, and I know some people may think that Leicester is just being a little facetious, but I actually don't think so. Was it Leicester? No, it wasn't Leicester. It's Alan. Alan is bringing up the point that it's the diet plan Ten Hag has them on, and some people might think, oh gosh, you're fat shaming the man, but I actually think every time
that too.
Make at its highest and best level is when Shaw is lean.
Yeah.
And it may very well be, didn't mention it before, but it may very well be that when Ten Hag came in and he said every week we're going to be checking your BMI and we're going to be making sure your BMI and weight to your body mass index, right? Which checks your weight, your height, and that kind of thing. We're going to be keeping that on top. And ever since Shaw has, every time he's slim, Shaw performs.
Yeah.
So it may actually be Ten Hag's approach that may actually be causing that success as well. And we didn't touch on that. Somebody was saying that they found that the only person, oh yes, here is that comment. Right? Everybody looks lean except Sancho. I don't know what to say about that. A man here make a suggestion about that, so I'll just leave that comment out there for men to read. I would not comment on that. Let's read some more comments. So Jeffrey is saying it's true. He makes them eat strictly from the United kitchen, no outside food. And I mean, I don't think Shaw will be the only person that is benefiting from that. There may be other players as well that be benefiting. I personally believe continental players have longer longevity than English players. You find
Yeah.
English players, note I said longevity. I'm not saying they were better, but I'm talking about how long they last. It is not a strange thing to see Italian players playing into their 30s, to see even Greek players, these players playing because they drink more wine, they eat less, they drink less beer, right?
Yep.
The diets are different on the continent. And you find that it's not the same thing with the English homegrown players. They play well, and then when they start to reach the 30s, most English players just start to fall off. You're very rare to see a top quality English player playing at 33, 34. Whereas you look on the continent and they are sprinkled all around, you know, that they have top-notch players. Look at Italy. If Italy
Yeah.
goes to the World Cup without at least 2 defenders over 30, something wrong. Sometimes
Something
all
wrong.
over 30. Right? And they just
A
play
whole,
well. They
a
play
whole
well.
defense are old men, and they play well. Match up to the younger ones.
So I don't know if red wine is included in the Ten Hag diet. Maybe we should do some research on the show to find out exactly what Ten Hag giving these fellas to eat. But I
Yeah,
genuinely
they
think
can't drink. They can't drink in a match week anyway, so it's definitely not the alcohol.
No.
Yeah.
I don't mean specifically for people who I wasn't
A glass of wine with a meal.
what I was saying is that red wine, for example, helps with circulation. There are benefits, right? And the different ways that people eat on the continent versus how they eat in the UK. It would affect, I believe it affects how players perform in the long run, not in short run, but in the long run. So, but we will check that out, see if we could get some research and actually have that as a topic of discussion in one of our programs. What is the Ten Hag diet like at United? So for the last goal, finally Cristiano Ronaldo, a wonderful ball put in by Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo took his shot. The goalkeeper saved it. Took his header. I believe it was a header, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a header.
Right. And the goalkeeper saved
And
it.
he-
And he responded
he
first
also-
to his
His own
rebound.
rebound. Yeah.
A goal well deserved. He definitely put in the work on it. Any thoughts on now is the time you could talk about Cristiano Ronaldo if you have anything to say about it.
Well, he did not quit. He did not quit. He kept trying the entire game.
Yeah, well, let me be real. I don't expect Cristiano to start on the weekend, so he knew he had to do something today.
You see, it had one in the second half
But you know
where
what?
he cut inside on top of the box and end up open and he blasted. Yeah. I said, this man could see his now wheel right now. What
So
he saw.
you want to know something else why I thought Ronaldo was extra motivated to score in this game?
Mm-hmm.
Who scored twice in the Champions League this week?
Messi.
So I have a feeling that was in the back of Ronaldo's mind.
Yeah, Messi getting closer to him.
If you remember back in the day how Ruud van Nistelrooy was, where if Henry scored, he always had to do something as well too. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling that was a little motivation as well. Sit there and you say, "Oh, he's coming. Like, yeah, he's in Champions League, whatever. But now watch me now. He has a spotlight. Now I'm gonna get it back." So he was out there and he was like, "Yeah,
because you remember when he was at Real and Messi was at Barca? If Messi scored a hat trick Saturday, Sunday, Ronaldo scoring a hat trick. I remember that they used to go at one another. Cristiano scored a double, Messi scored a double the next day.
We all know that Ronaldo has that Jordan-esque mentality. He uses things to beat himself. And some people may consider that petty, but I don't think anything is wrong with that.
No, nothing is wrong with that.
You need to use something to motivate you, to get you to perform at your peak level. And especially somebody at his age that has done everything that he has done in football, then by all means, use what you need to keep yourself motivated and to keep yourself in between. You know what I'm saying? That opportunity, I was surprised that the box opened up that way. When he collected the ball, the window to shoot was small.
Yeah.
And it was the run from Bruno Fernandes The
Fuller,
only
man.
defender.
Yeah,
when
and he
cut
opened
back,
up.
he was in so much space. Oh my
I said,
goodness.
nah, there's goal.
Nice goal for sure. And I was disappointed, probably even more than Ronaldo than he didn't score. I was like, where are they
You
going?
telling me?
What you need to score, boy? My prediction before the game was 4-0 because I honestly felt that Manchester United needed not just a win, but a dominant
A
win.
big one.
And
Yeah.
keeping clean sheet was good. Second, Harry Maguire came on at halftime. Harry Maguire had 45 minutes. I know you're a real Harry Maguire supporter and you just miss not seeing him on the field, Mark. So what are your thoughts on Harry Maguire's performance today?
As I say, when I see the man warming up, I started looking on the pitch to see who injured. Swear to God, I started looking on the pitch. I said, Lindelof moving nice.
Wicked, them wicked, them wicked. I don't know how them so wicked. Why them so wicked? But I know so them wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
I said, nothing wrong with the butcher. Nothing wrong with him. I said, who, boy, who? I said, what this man going on do, boy? I was like, why this man warming up? Then I said, now, man, everybody else warming up. I said, nah, okay, cool. Halftime now, you know, they're showing you highlights of the first half, and then they show you men warming up. I see the dude with the armband on. I said, Bruno feeling sicker. Something wrong. And I was like, nah, Harry boy? I said, well, I guess he's back. When the second half starts and I see Mr. Harry Maguire on the pitch and the first touch he kind of fumble up with it. I say, oh my God. Not today, Harry. Not today. Today's not one of them days. But he settled down. He had a good second half. He had a good 45 minutes, I must say. I'll give him that. But can I give you here of this review here? Not weekend, please. Don't do that. I know it's a World Cup year and you're trying to help Darren Southgate, and you're trying to help England, but don't do that now. Help the United fans now. Please,
Well, the coach has said that his priority is Manchester United. His priority is not who want to make it to the World Cup team. His priority is Manchester United. So I don't expect to see Harry on the weekend. We need to touch on one more player before we switch.
In saying that, I'm glad he's healthy again and he could fight up and push for a spot in the World Cup. And, I don't expect him to start much for Manchester United. But I'm glad he's healthy again because I don't like to see players injured. So I just, I'm happy as a Manchester United player. If something is to happen, we have him on the bench. All right, you could go in, Harry, and do your thing. But not to start. Yeah, I said what I said.
Devin, I want you to comment on the other person that came off from a long Donny van der Beek. Donny van der Beek. Talk to me. What were your thoughts about Donny's performance, Donny's cameo today?
Well, it was kind of short for me to actually get a true feel for him, but it was nice to see him back on.
Yeah.
I need to see more of him on there. It looked like he was trying. It looked like he was really trying to put in a shift. He didn't look like somebody that wants to leave. I would love to see him get more opportunities between now and the World Cup, because you never know if he can try and see if he can fight for a spot in Van Gaal's team. I need to see him more, because I can't judge him just based off of that.
All right. Well, I mean, it was nice to see him back on the pitch. I let me tell you something. My fantasy in my head is to see Martial, Rashford, Sancho, and Donny in the 10. I am telling you.
No Bruno?
And I'm not saying Bruno not on the pitch, but that's my fantasy in my head. To see those four players on the pitch together.
Yeah.
Donny is going to play those perfect triangles with and those perfect 1-2s with Sancho. And we saw what that front three could do in the offseason. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Donny and
Wow.
that one-touch football, Donny making those runs in those late runs into the box.
Yeah.
And we saw some of those late runs today. I would love to see that. Whether we will see that, whether Donny and Martial would be on the pitch long enough for us to see that, whether all of those, that combination of players would be there together, I don't know. And I'm not saying I don't want to drop. I want to drop Anthony. I'm not saying I want to drop Bruno. All I'm saying is that those 4 players, I think together, or a combination of 3 of those 4 players together, I think is going to produce magic for Manchester United. But we'll see how it goes. Let me just read some comments quickly. Darren is saying Donny looks more attacking. Lester is saying Van Gaal says he's out of the World Cup team. Donny will have to really go on a tear to make it into the World Cup team at this stage. At this late stage, Van Gaal would probably have his 28 and his final 24, 26 down. It would really need something special for Donny to get in there. I'm not ready to throw his Sancho already. Darren is saying Sancho could wink us
already.
Alan is saying Donny is the fox in the box, soon come. And Caveman Kev is saying just log in and Chad spitting. I'm not convinced by Donny yet, but I'd like to see that combination also at some point in the middle of games, rotating or something. Cause they sold me that Donny van the big dream. So he is still hoping to see it materialize. And I as well. I think as United supporters, it'll be something special for us to see. So moving along, I want to talk a little bit about contract negotiations. Now, people may say, well, why are we talking contract negotiations? Well, there's been talk in media recently that David De Gea is looking forward to signing a new contract at Manchester United. Note what I said. David De Gea is looking forward to signing a new contract at Manchester United. The report is not that Manchester United is looking forward to David De Gea signing a contract, right? The coach has already said that contracts are not just going to be handed out like candy, like it was under the Woodward era. You have to earn your contract. That is the first thing. And secondly, concerning the David De Gea contract, I'm hearing that United is working on a proposal. But what I'm hearing behind the scenes is that proposal is going to be a price cut because David De Gea is the highest paid goalkeeper in the
league.
I don't think anybody the highest paid goalkeeper in the whole world, not just
England,
not just the Premier League. David De Gea is the highest paid goalkeeper in the world. Wow. I don't think that David De Gea is in the top 5 when it comes to top goalkeepers in the world. You can't be getting number 1 wage and your rank is out of the top 5. He should be in the top 10, but he's not in the top 5. Right? So let's start off talking about David De Gea first, and then we'll get to the other people on the contract list. 1, do you all want to see David De Gea extend? 2, do you think if he is offered a contract below what he's getting now, if he would take it? Because the club, remember, is also trying to fix our ridiculous wage structure. Right? Manchester United always in the top 3 in the world, not just in the UK, always in the top 3 in the world for the highest wages amongst football clubs. And when you look at the other teams in the top 5, they're winning stuff. You can't be having a high football wage and you're not producing results.
Not winning.
So we need to bring our wages down. But that's an aside. Talk to me, David. Would you like to see David De Gea get a contract extension Yes or no? And do you think he would take a reduction in salary?
Well, I think I would go off the second one first. I think he would take a reduction right now because I still think that it would be the highest wage that he will get anywhere. He already has a love for the club. He's got to take that into consideration. He is already he's loved in Manchester already as it is. I still have him as a Manchester United legend. I know that's up for debate. But the issue now is the game has changed with goalkeepers. And so it's hard for me, like thinking from a nostalgia perspective. Yes, I would love to see him spend the rest of his career at the club. Thinking from a logical perspective, unless he significantly improves his footwork, which is going to be hard now, and he's 32 now, I believe. So unless he significantly improves his footwork somehow between now and next season, I still think you need to bring in another modern goalkeeper. Maybe that may be the push that he needs to actually step up his game. So, but he's got to realize that he probably may not be the number one anymore, unless he works on that. If he realizes all that, yeah, I would definitely love to see him stick around. But if not, then you have to make sure that you keep up with everybody else, so you get left behind.
All right. What say you, Mark? Do you expect? Would you give David De Gea a new contract right now?
Well, as Devin was saying, I'll attack the second one first. Yeah, if he would take a pay cut because you're still a very high goalkeeper, paid goalkeeper in the world. A pay cut not going to hurt you. You might still take a pay cut and still be the highest paid goalkeeper in the world. Yeah,
Don't underestimate how accustomed people get to spending money, you know.
Yeah, well, I know that too.
When a man
I know that too.
300,000 plus a week.
Yeah.
Now, to you and me, 200,000 plus a week does sound like plenty, but for he, that's $100,000 less.
Yeah, son. But on the contract extension, yeah, I would love to see him stay and love to see him get a contract extension. But as Devin was saying there just now, to piggyback on it a little bit, he had to up his game. Yeah, stand football.
The improvement we've seen in the last 4 games, he needs to do that throughout the season for you.
Yeah, he has to do that consistently. And I would like to see them bring in our next goalkeeper to push him too. Because I feel the ones we have not pushing him enough. If a modern goalkeeper comes in who could play with his foot, play out at the back with his foot and things, I feel that'll push him to improve his game. And he needs to do that because you're still seeing little moments where he's a little hesitant playing out at the back with his foot. But he has improved. But he needs to continue improving if he wants a contract extension.
He need to show himself to be a Ten Hag player.
Yeah, because right now you're not even on Spain. You're not even one of Spain's starting keepers. Yeah, sir.
True.
He's not even in the Spain side right now.
Exactly, you're not even on the Spain team right now. And because of that same modern day goalkeeper style, you don't have. So to get back to being Spain number one, he has to improve.
Correct. I mean, I like the angle that Devin took at it because it's exactly my point of view. Is the fact that David De Gea, even if he leaves on a free from Manchester United, is not going to get anywhere close to the money he's getting right now. So even if you give him a pay cut, he is still going to be probably on a premium wage. Probably more than he would get even if he leaves on a free. So I think the sensible thing for Manchester United to do is to offer him a new contract, but definitely on good terms. You can't be paying that kind of money, David. You know what I mean? We can't. We cannot. when you're not ranked in the top 5 goalkeepers in the world. We can't be paying you top 3 money, and you know
You're not in the top 5.
you're not in the top 5. That ain't making no kind of sense.
Not matching at all.
Right? Now the other guys that are up, when I say are up, all of these guys have the option, the club, not the players, the club has the option of a year, right? But this is the stage where you would normally have contract negotiations for players. So we have Dalot, Rashford, Shaw, and Fred, right? We spoke about David here already. The simple question is, out of those players, so far in present form, which 2 would you sign? Now, note I asked which 2. You all might want to sign all 4. But let's assume that the club decide they're not going to sign all 4, because remember, we are looking at options. We're looking at options in midfield. We are looking at options. So let's assume that the club has already decided we're not sign. If you could only sign 2 out of the remaining 4, which 2 would it be? Let's start with you, Devin.
Well, we got 5 down there, so
Well, leaving out that we spoke about David here at length, so we're not talking about David here.
Between those 2 now, I think Dalot is definitely, that might be a unanimous one.
Yep.
Now for the that I was gonna leave that as a surprise till later on, but yes, my wife and I, we were announced to Glory Man United. I'm still waiting to get videos from that. But now for my second one, it's this one's tough, because if I can only pick one out of the next 2, it's between Shaw and Rashford for me right now. I think I would have to go with Rashford right now, but Shaw is making a claim right now for that second one. But if it's based on the season overall, I think I would be Dalot and Rashford.
Yeah.
Everybody in the comments, Cave is saying Dalot, Rashford. Alan is saying Dalot, Rashford. What say you?
Unanimous. Dalot. And as much as I like the pasta, I gotta go with Rashford. Shaw making a good push. If the club say we only want 2, Dalot inside for sure. He inside, the door closed, he sit down watching TV, he inside, he sure. But Rashford, yeah, I'll go with Rashford. Because
all right, fair enough. So, gentlemen, let's jump straight into on the record. Marcus Rashford came on in the second half and scored an absolutely beautiful header. The kind of header that is Cristiano Ronaldo-esque. Strong, you see all the neck muscles, strong, powerful placement, everything.
morning.
Simple question. Has Rashford broken his goal drought? Now, let me put that question in context. In 2 weeks, we're going to pull up this tape. And by that time, Rashford should have at least 2 more goals, because we're playing 3 games between now and then. We're playing on the weekend.
And he on 99 goals.
We're playing on the weekend. West Ham. We're playing in the middle of the week, Sociedad. And I can't remember who we're playing on the weekend again. Right? So we're going to have at least 3 games, right, between now and 2 weeks from now, maybe 4. With Rashford, is Rashford goal drought ended? You're on the record. Do you, and by that, can we expect within the next 2 weeks to see 2 to 3 goals from Marcus Rashford? Talk to me, Devin.
I think we'll get 1. I don't think we'll get 2. It's
1 goal out of the next 3 games?
Yeah, being realistic, yes. I think 1.
Well, then the drought not over then.
Exactly. I think the drought, I think it's, like it's the same thing like we were talking about with Ronaldo before, when you're on the verge of a milestone goal. So don't forget he's on 99 career goals for Manchester United. So you know how you start, when you start getting on the verge of something, you start overthinking things that you will be doing before. I just have a feeling this is going to happen with Rashford on this one. But once he gets that goal, I could see lots of goals coming in because now the pressure is off and you could go back to how you were playing from before. So I don't think it's broken yet.
All right, okay. Talk to me, Mark. He break
I don't-
that drought.
That I don't believe so. No. We have 3 games between now and then, right? We are weekend, then the middle of the weekend, then weekend again. I think within them 3 games, you score twice. But I don't feel his goal drought over. You got to be a little more consistent. Where his
Caveman is
finishing
saying-
is concerned.
Caveman and Allen are both saying that when Rashford starts scoring with his feet, the floodgates will open.
Yeah.
Getting into good positions, he's creating chances for himself and others, but that finishing with his feet is still questionable.
Yeah.
You
That's why I
agree with
say he'll score more than one within the 3 games, but I don't feel the drought over. When he started finish fluent with his feet and thing, yeah. Cause my head today, the cross was top class. He had no other option, no other choice than to score that header today. Because he got up free, he had time to put that header where he wanted to put it. So I ain't feel the drought over yet. When he started lash them home with his feet, then I just say, yeah, the Rashford is back.
All right. Fair enough. So we are heading into the final segment of our Thursday show, which we all know as Top Shutter and Boo Boo Man. Now, in case you don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't know, because you should know what the Top Shutter and the Boo Boo Man is. The Top Shutter is a player, manager, sports personality, sports club that is having an absolutely amazing week. The Midas touch. Everything they touch turns to gold. They are just on top of the world. And the Boo Boo Man is the player, club, sports personality that is having the complete opposite. They walk outside, a bird poop on them, just horrible week. That is what the Top Shutter and Boo Boo Man is all about. And let's go to the man, Devin. Talk to me, Devin. Who is your Top Shutter and Boo Boo Man?
So I will start with my Boo Boo Man first. My Boo Boo Man for this week has to be Frankie de Jong. So you have the offer to come to Manchester United. You turn it down. You want to stick with Barcelona. You're set on the bench all this time, and you want to play Champions League football. You sit on the bench for 18-year-old and the 30-something, I think 34-year-old Sergio Busquets. You're barely coming off the bench now. You're not starting. And on top of that, now you end up in the same league as where Manchester United is right now after all that, while also taking a wage reduction. They want you to take an additional wage reduction on top of that. So, yeah, my Boo Boo Man for this week is Frankie de Jong. My Top Shutter for this week, this will be the only time I probably ever do this, is going to be me.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I got to marry the love of my life this weekend, my best friend. And on top of that, she is a diehard Manchester United fan who has no problem with me going to the bar to watch the games, because I know lots
She's
of men,
coming too.
they have a real hard time convincing their women to let them go to the bar for that. Shoot, she comes along with me. She has no problem at all flying over to England just for a weekend, just to go see a match and come back. She's right there alongside me cheering, just as hard as supporting, allows me to deal with all these endeavors, everything that I do. I've got the one. I am a very lucky man.
Devin,
So,
all I have to say to you is this. Living every Manchester United man's dream, marrying a Manchester United lady that is amazing and loves the club too. Can't go wrong. So definitely good Top Shutter. Let me read some comments quick, and then we will go to Mark. Ronaldo and Barca are the boo-boos. Top Shutter is Ten Hag and the United's women's team. I like that comment for real. I like that. Lester Cooper is saying that Barcelona is the boo-boo. For anybody who is wondering why, that is because Barcelona got kicked out of Champions League and they are demoted to Europa League. And we all know that there are a couple clubs. Couple players, sorry.
Yeah,
that said, they go into Barcelona because they want Champions League football. Right? It wasn't just De Jong saying he want to stay. There were a couple players, Rafinha, a couple others, be like, nah, we want to go to Barca because we want Champions League and we want to win. Well, let's see how much you're going to win this season, right? Caveman is saying top shutter is definitely Devin and
Alejandro.
Well, and okay, right? There's no we put here, but all right.
Yeah.
Devin and Alejandro.
It's all right.
You know what you mean.
Congratulations from Jeffrey. Congratulations from Caveman. Caveman is saying the boo-boo is the Ajax manager who threw
Jesus Christ, that man, boy. That man.
For people who don't know what the Ajax manager said, the Ajax manager said that he believes that Anthony would stay at Ajax because Ajax has Champions League football. Where is Ajax going to be? In Europa. So let's see how that goes. Martin for sending congratulations to you, Devin, on your nuptials.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody, for that. For real. Yeah. Thank you.
Talk to me, Mark. Who's your top shutter and boo-boo for the week?
You see that man who just thief my Ajax? Boo-boo there? Yeah. So boo-boo is Ajax, definitely. The manager. They're saying them are Champions League football and you don't know why Anthony going to play Europa. Well, you'll come and see why Anthony playing Europa because you in it too. Yeah? But top shutters. I have to go with my boy Devin. Congratulations again. Hope you and the wife have a long, fruitful life together. And all the best going forward. And my next top shutter I have two is Michael Carrick. For being appointed Middlesbrough head coach.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, we sent it out on our Facebook page, but we'll send it out from here as well. Congratulations to Michael Carrick from the United Hour team. So I guess it's my turn now. Who's my top shot? My boo-boo. Again, we have Nigel also coming in, saying congratulations as well. Devin, the man of the hour. Well, I guess it would be
only fitting
for me to say that Devin is the top shot of the week. Clearly,
top shot of the week.
Devin is the top shot of the week. I mean, I telling you right now, you know. Right now, Devin is my hero. Devin is my hero. Firstly, I find Manchester United ladies is be few and far between. Now, me saying that United is the most celebrated and has the most fans. And it have a lot of United ladies. But for whatever reason, like the Steelman watch games, boy, it had to go out there and meet them watching games at the back. And the few that I do meet, it's pressure in the camp. So Devin is definitely my hero. You know what I mean? More congratulations for Devin. And my boo-boo of the week, now I'll be honest with you, I was tempted. If Ronaldo had just bounced his head and didn't score today, he was going and be my boo-boo of the week. Because after what you pull and the manager allow you.
Yeah, you come straight back into the starting 11.
And then you just throwing away skying left, right, hitting the wall. If Ronaldo didn't score today, he was going to be my boo-boo. But he did score off of his own rebound, so no worries with that. Good evening to Miss Walker in the comments. So I will have to go with Frankie de Jong. You know, all of a sudden we hear in Frankie de Jong may consider leaving. I'm telling you straight up, if at all we go behind Frankie De Jong again, it mustn't be like last time.
Yeah.
The emphasis
Take what we give you.
him wanting to come to Manchester United and not on Manchester United running him down. Because really and truly, you gotta be, come now, man. We run you down. Was willing to pay you some of the extra money Barca had for you, all kind of thing. Oh, you want
said no.
football,
Champions League.
right? Yeah, you're hardly playing. You have men who not as good as you starting most of the time ahead of you. Now you're playing in Europa League and you had to take a pay cut. I hope you know if you come United, you ain't getting all that money, you know. Playing and
might have to take a next pay cut.
Frankie can't be doing with that. And
All summer we run you down.
as far as I concern, it's good for him, you know. It's
Yeah.
good. Take that pressure from Barca, because if it's one thing Manchester United, we treat players right. You understand? We treat players right. And all them people who was rushing to go to Barcelona, right, throwing the other club under the bus, already had clubs in waiting with offering them contracts and have men making men fools. He wasn't the only one. Or Rafinha do Chelsea. There are a couple. Remember what Lewandowski do to Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
So a whole set of these fellas and them was embarrassing the club and saying all kind of thing and, you know, pumping up the chest because they want to go Barcelona. Well, you reach Barcelona and take in a WhatsApp group when we were talking about this discussion. Take Bamboo now. Take Bamboo.
Yeah, take Bamboo now.
Yeah. Take Bamboo now.
Them just like the men who say if they will take Pogba back at Manchester on a free, let Pogba stay where he is.
Yeah. I
let
know.
him stay where he is.
Pogba could be paying us.
Nope.
To take him back. I know why.
I still owe him back.
His chance. He
I
had
know
it.
why.
That ship has sailed. The only club that he should sign for at this point is probably Voodoo FC, apparently. So
yeah, I serious. Pogba could be paying us. I don't want to see Paul Pogba again.
Pogba stay. He could sign for Afghanistan All-Stars. Let him go there.
let Juve deal with all the problems now.
Yeah. For real, we could do without that. We could do it. We know.
I can do it all that.
We know starting to break that Pogba jinx.
Yeah.
I don't even know why men upsetting
Men balling through. You rather see McTominay and Fred play, but I rather see them. I know them loyal. Yeah.
I didn't even remember Jules Koundé as well.
Yeah.
He set up Chelsea to go to
Yeah, I'm coming by you all here. And then they bought a Maxi and they go down Barca. When I call him, he tell me, yeah, I leave home on my way.
You know, so
when I do check myself, yeah, by Barca.
So again, we must say congratulations to Devin. Congratulations to
Much respect.
Alejandra. Did I pronounce that right, Devin?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to the newlyweds. Wishing you all many, many, many happy years and a full football team. Right?
Welcome to the club, brother.
Are you looking for 11 starters? Right?
Football team is 22, eh? Must have a second 11. Devin, make sure you have depth on your bench. Have a full squad.
So, people, remember, like, subscribe, help us to reach 10,000 subscribers. We do still have 6 months to go to achieve that. A matter of fact, over 6 months to go.
7.
To 7 months to go to achieve that, and you can win that Cristiano Ronaldo shirt already framed. It is just ready to go on your wall. Red Devils, we don't die, we multiply. Remember, our next game is on the weekend against West Ham. I think that is 12:15 start. So enjoy the rest. That's Sunday.
Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Enjoy the rest of But rest of you is Thursday, people.
That's